And today we're going to be crocheting this really quick and easy crochet watering can for our elf on the shelf. And this pairs perfectly with the candy cane growing storyline where we have our candy cane seeds and our candy cane planters and pots here. And I am working with some size 3 lightweight yarn, and you really don't need much yarn for this little project. I'm also using a size F or 5 or 3 3/4 of a millimeter crochet hook. And I do recommend having a yarn needle and a yarn needle threader for this. And we're going to begin with a magic circle, so take your tail and drape it over your working yarn and pinch that intersection. Slide your crochet hook in your little loop here while holding your intersection and yarn over and pull through your loop. From here, I'm going to separate my loop out so that my tail is on the same top side up here as my loop. And we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to place 10 single crochet stitches inside of our magic circle. And when we're placing these stitches, we're going to be working over the loop as well as over this little tail, and that's what allows it to cinch down. Once you have your 10 single crochets in place, then you're just going to pull on your tail to tighten the gap in your little magic circle. And we're going to skip our tiny little chain 1 and place 1 slip stitch in the top of our first single crochet. You have the option of working over your tail by just lining it up with your stitches and working right over it like it is part of your stitch if you would like to. And from here, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to dive into the back loop only of our current stitch. And the back loop is just the loop furthest away from you when you're looking at your stitch. So right there. And I'm going to work over my tail, but that's just an option that you have. And we're going to place 1 single crochet in the back loop only of each stitch going around our row for a total of 10 single crochet stitches. And when you get to the end of your row, you're going to skip your slip stitch and your chain 1 and then place 1 slip stitch in the top of our first single crochet stitch. And from here, we're going to chain 9. And we're going to turn our chains over so that we can access this third loop or back bump back here. And starting in our current stitch right here, we're just going to place 1 slip stitch in the back bump of each stitch going down our row. And normally I would not say this, but it's okay to tighten down after you place these slip stitches. That will help sort of form the spout of the can. And once you've made it down your little spout here, then we're going to dive right back into our current stitch and we're going to place a single crochet there. Then we're going to place 1 single crochet in each stitch going around our row until we make it to our little spout, for a total of 10 single crochet stitches. And once you make it to the end of your row, make sure you skip your little slip stitch. And then we want to insert our crochet hook in one of the available loops along our little spout here. So there's sort of like a vertical ridge. I always work in those loops because they're a little looser than the rest. Then we want to insert our crochet hook in the top of our first single crochet stitch. From here, we're going to yarn over and pull through all the loops on our crochet hook for a slip stitch. Then we're just going to chain 1 and place 1 single crochet in each stitch going around our row for a total of 10 single crochets. And when you get to the end of your row, you're going to skip your slip stitch again and then insert your crochet hook in your spout, as well as in the top of your first stitch, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through for a joining slip stitch. So from here, we're just going to repeat that last row for our next 4 rows. And once you've repeated that for 4 rows, it should look something like this. And so to create our little handle, we're going to chain 12. And then I like to slide my crochet hook somewhere near the center of my watering can. I think it just makes for a more interesting looking watering can. So I just find a loop sort of on the opposite edge of my spout, and I'm just going to place a slip stitch there. From here, we're going to cut and tie off our yarn. And then I'm going to hide my tail on the inside of my watering can. And once you're done with your little watering can, it should look something like this. And you can always link your watering can through your elf's little hand like this. Please let me know in the comments below if you ended up making this. Don't forget to check the links in the description for my other Elf on the Shelf crochet accessories. I'm actually going to be releasing quite a few of these this year, so just keep your eyes open for those new releases.